Hi there. I'd like to talk about the Business Partners website. Now, our sales teams and support teams get a lot of calls that are the same, a lot of questions that are the same from business partner to business partner. And some of these questions, in fact, quite a few of these questions are actually answered on the Business Partners website, if only the business partners knew where to look. So this short video is going to take you on a walk around from the Business Partners website and show you how it works and what information you can find on it. And that's going to help you because it's going to save time. You don't have to make a phone call or send an email, and you're going to be able to get the information that you need straight away. So I'm going to log in. If you've got a login, then use your username and password to get into the Business Partners website. This is a private area of the website that end users and casual browsers cannot get into. So it contains all sorts of confidential information, and that's why it's protected by a username and password. If you haven't got a username and password, then all you need to do is to register here. Put your name and your business partner email address. It's got to be from your business partner address. It can't be a personal email address. So I'm going to assume that you've already logged in. So it tells me welcome back, Martin, because it knows that I've logged in before. Now, at the bottom of the page, there's a lot of updated stuff. You can see it's last updated on the 10th of October. So we draw people's attention to anything that needs to be brought to people's attention here. You can download some new documents, and there's often messages about upcoming events and things like that. So I'm going to take you through the menu items here. So we're going to start with downloading software, or rather the software page. We'll look at the price list. We'll look at the training website. We'll look at the commercial and legal documents. We'll look at these last because they are a little bit more detailed than all the rest. We'll look at the FAQ, where you can find a lot of answers to technical questions that you may not have thought about, and rather than having to contact support, maybe the answer's here. And we'll look at the support page proper. So we'll start with the download software page. Now this basically contains all of the latest software. Up-to-date software for all of our devices. The only exception to this is currently the VB440. That is a separate device. You can see that there are release notes, the user manuals, and the software itself. You can see the current level at the time of this recording was 5.50-6. And that's for the VB1, the VB2 and the VB3 series. But we also have software for the previous hardware versions, hardwares 1 to 3. Now there are no new features introduced in any of these software updates, but bug fixes do come along time to time. There's VBC software, there's VB288 software, and the software probes themselves. And more importantly, here's where you can get installation instructions as well as upgrade instructions. It's all very well saying we've got a software probe, but if you can't install it, or it's difficult to install, then that makes it less easy to demonstrate. Use the installation instructions here. We've also got the Nomad manual, the micro device controller for the micro VB, and the archive server is all here. And then you can see down at the bottom we have a lot of old software if you need to download that for any reasons. And then we have some miscellaneous section, which are things like the MIBs for all of our probes, SNMP integration guides, ETSI TR101-290 measurements. There's a whole lot of information here. There's also some demo videos and alarm settings. So there's a lot of additional information that is not probe specific. And then there's some tech notes at the bottom as well. So if you're trying to sell an IP system, if you're looking for how does the media window actually work, and you want a general idea or a general PDF, then there's some information there. So that's the software area. Now we go to the price list. And the price list online is the most up-to-date price list. So if you've got anything written down, or if you've got one of the old cards that used to be issued, remember that for the most up-to-date prices, go to the website. And everything we have, all of the probes, all of the options. So this is a very useful area to go to if you're looking for what options go with what probes. All of that information here. You may not be necessarily interested in the price, but just being able to see which options are available is a very useful function. Training. Well, as you probably already know, I'm instituting a rolling program of live WebEx training sessions that get recorded and added to our YouTube training channel. There are some additional videos that we can see. We've got the how to get started and about some of the technologies. There's an online sales training guide. And there's some graphics training, the graphics option. A lot of people want to know how to set up the graphics option. It's something that Bridgetech can do, but we do make a charge for setting up the graphics option. This Keynote stroke PDF documents enable you as business partners to learn how to configure the graphics option and possibly even charge one of your end users for that process. Now, as I said, I'm going to skip over commercial and legal for now and go to the FAQs. Now, there are a lot of FAQs here. It just goes on. We keep adding to them. There are more and more that you can add to. If I want to see how do I back up my VBC, just click on that and there's an answer. If you feel that there is a question that you know the answer to that isn't in the FAQ, please submit it. Submit it to me, martin.crawley@bridgetech.tv, or send it to support. And you can also, of course, do a search. So if I wanted to know about DVB, I had a DVB question, then it's worth going here, checking out how can I see the full EPG EIT, what are the specifications for a DVB S and S2, if I might want to look up something like ETR 290. And there were several FAQs about the ETR 290. And the support page itself, you probably already know about the support page, how to submit. I have in the past submitted some support tickets. I don't normally do it because then there is one extra person in the flow, but I have done, and this is how my support history looks. I could submit a new support request by clicking here, and you probably already know how to use this, but you can choose files, be debug files and status files. Very, very important to do this, not just describe the fault. Debug files go down into the heart of the machine and give our support staff a detailed picture of what was going on at the time of the fault. But you can add attachments like screen grabs, for example. Now there's a new feature to support. Now we've recently added a new chat feature to our support, but you won't find it in the business partner website because it's actually available to everyone. This enables you to chat online with a support engineer. And this, again, could be a quick way of resolving a relatively simple problem. Now, it's not part of the business partner website, it's part of the main website. So that means anyone can do it. And in order to find it, you just go to the support page. And then as you see, when you get to the support page, you can see technical support chat channel. And then you click on there and it will open a chat, and one of the engineers who's sitting waiting will answer your chat request and start talking to you about the problem or issue. It is technical support, so you won't get any sales information on that. So again, this is a useful tool to help you make the most of our website, not just the business partner website, but the standard website that any user can use. You could direct end users and customers to your customers to the chat as well. And lastly, we're going to deal with the commercial and legal documents. Now, the reason I've left this to last is it's a little bit more complicated than the other sections, and there are a lot of documentation here that will enable you to do things like fill out proposals, temporary loan agreements and stuff like that, and a lot of legal documentation as well. Now, we're currently in the process of reorganizing some of these. So for example, we have a general corporate and product presentation, and you can see that was updated last year, and that's a PDF. There are things like the open system proposal items. Now, this is going to change because this will actually lead to a Dropbox folder. Rather than links to individual files, it will lead to an entire Dropbox folder that you can then download the latest document from. So for example, we've got product features. So these are basically documents that we'll download. You can currently click on any of these links and download them. And there are other items, an illustration of all the blades. So basically images that you can include into your proposals, for example. An end-to-end solution, basically another diagram. Logo, so if you need the Bridgetech logo, it's there. Now the graphics option training presentation, we talked about that earlier, but there's another link to it here. So you can download the PDF or the keynote presentation file. The Getting Started videos is a list of 5 getting started videos. Very simple videos, just taking you from the installation of a probe, the setting up of the probe for basic IP, ETR290 and RF. So basically how to get a probe running as quickly as possible. These are short, they're about 15 minutes each. And lastly, there are some legal documents. Again, things like the technical service agreement, demo software licenses, extended payment terms, TLAs, the Exhibit C and the Exhibit F. I think there's a registration, so opportunity registration. If your customer wants Bridgetech probes or a Bridgetech system to do something it currently doesn't do, the opportunity form is the means by which you approach Bridgetech and say, look, this is an opportunity to sell a system. However, it depends upon these certain features. And it basically gives you the examples of things about how much it's going to benefit the company, and we then make a calculation on how much it's going to cost to implement it. So this document can be downloaded and filled in and sent into your sales manager. So I hope I've shown you that the business partner website contains a lot of resources. It is currently rather underused. We don't see too many logins there these days. But maybe before you pick up the phone or drop the email, maybe just a quick look here just to see whether what you need is there. You'll very quickly get to know where the relevant information is. And don't forget the FAQs. They're a good resource. So that concludes this very brief skip round the business partner website. I hope you found it useful, and thank you for watching.